whom RuPaul will also critique to be very perfect. And that is a flaw for RuPaul. If you are very perfect, RuPaul will need for you to have that vulnerability. Giving off that energy who is very winner material, also very kind and very vulnerable. I really believe she really has a very great potential to be the winner of this season. She will always be in the bottom, and she will send a lot of girls packing, and then she will one day end up in the bottom, and I will send her off, defeating her in a song that is very mellow, not that performance heavy, and unfortunately I can see that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Rafael, you can call me Rafa, and for today's video we will be doing something that I've been meaning to do for a very long while now. So I actually made a video way back in 2019, so that was almost 7 years ago because it is already 2026. That video is about my favorite show of all time. I mean, aside from Glee, of course. And it is RuPaul's Drag Race. So that video was about my favorite queens of all time. And it was a top 10 and there were honorable mentions. During that time, I only had a few options because we really didn't have that much queens because it was only maybe around like 11 seasons. I've been meaning to make a video about an updated version of my favorite queens of all time soon, but stay tuned for that because today we will be doing my reactions to the queens of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18. To give you a little background of me as a Drag Race superfan, I've been a fan of the show since I am in college, so that was around 2018. So maybe I am a fan of the show for almost 8 years now. I've watched season 1 until season 17. I also watched UK seasons 1 to 3. I haven't continued it yet. And of course, all the All-Star seasons from All-Stars 1 to All-Stars 10. And also, I watched Canada's Drag Race. I've also tried to watch Down Under, but I didn't really like it. And of course, our franchise here in the Philippines, Drag Race Philippines 1 to 3. And I believe, personally, I don't know if this is biased, but maybe it is. But I believe that season 3 of Drag Race Philippines is one of the best seasons we've had ever across all franchises. But that is a topic for another video. But yeah, you can say that I am a big fan of the show. Can you believe that we are already in season 18? So in this video, our topic will be my initial thoughts to the queens of season 18 of RuPaul's Drag Race, the main franchise. I've been watching tons of interviews of them for a while now. Ever since they came out, I've watched almost all of the videos of Entertainment Weekly with Joey Nolfi. I watched the 3-hour video of the interviews with the queens, each and every one of them with Entertainment Weekly with Joey Nolfi. And also, I watched the entire Meet the Queens. I've watched every single thing. And of course, that will influence what I will say to each and every one of them right now because I've watched every single one. Today, I will be doing a quick opinion of every queen of season 18 based on those videos, those interviews. So this will be in alphabetical order and not in any other particular order. So yeah, let's start with Athena Dion. So Athena Dion is the drag mom of Morphine Love Dion, one of my favorite queens, and also the drag mom of one of her competitors that we will talk about later. What I can say about her is that I am very excited for her because I've watched her interviews and she was very fun. She is very shady, but at the same time, it was very playful, no negative vibes whatsoever. At the same time, very lovable, very motherly, I might say. And also, she seems very protective of Morphine and Juicy. I love that. I know that Athena is a legend in the drag scene. Everyone looks up to her in the cast and also outside of the cast. She is even compared to Sasha Colby, but she herself said that that is a very hard comparison because Sasha Colby is such a legend and such an icon in the community. But I believe that she is still a very iconic queen and she's been in the drag scene for a while now. So I am very excited for Athena Dion. The next queen in our list is Briar Blush. So a very fun fact about Briar Blush, of my opinion about her, is that when they released the Meet the Queens, I really thought that Briar Blush, with her very pink and flowy, very Disney princess-like, very princess-like outfit and her large hair and that train, I mean, She just looks very sweet. However, when the interviews came out, all of the queens said that she is the villain of the season. It was a unanimous vote. She even voted for herself to be the villain of the season. The other queens said that she will come for every other queen in the cast, and I'm very excited about that. That is Briar Blush. And the third one on our list is Tiara Mist. On the top of my mind, her aesthetic is very beautiful. It is very interesting. Her Meet the Queens look was amazing with all those sparkly effects and that metal finish with the stars. And also her eye makeup. Her style is really eye-catching, comic book-like. Her interviews as well, she seems very sweet and also very straightforward. So next on our list is Darlene Mitchell. And this queen is also very fun to watch in interviews because she's very bubbly, she laughs a lot, she smiles a lot. In the group interviews, the other queens seem to love her because they always joke about her, they joke about her style. Such a bubbly personality. Love how she is just so positive all throughout. I don't know if it is an inside joke, but all of the queens say that she's very sweet. And she said it herself that she is very sweet, so I'm not really sure about that because every single queen is saying it and maybe they are joking or maybe the twist is she will also be the villain of the season. But yeah, I loved the energy of Darlene Mitchell. The next one on our list is Didi Fuego, and I know that the queens hate it when they are compared to other queens, but I'm gonna say it anyway. But this is a positive thing. I remember a certain queen when I see her, and that is Katya Zamlochkova. I'm so sorry, but I really see Katya in her, and maybe in her face, mostly in her face, and maybe slightly in her personality, but not that much because Katya is much of a character and much more like chaotic. And Didi seems very fun, but not that level of Katya. But in terms of their face, that's all I can think of. And also, she is the only New York queen this season, and mostly we had more New York queens in other seasons. To quote the great Hyuha Hamasaki, 5 New York girls. So in season 10, they were 5 New York girls, and now she's the only one. Really love her energy too. Almost all of the cast, they are so bubbly and very energetic and very lovely. I heard that she is also a theater queen, as Mikey Meeks said. And then next in our list is Discord Adams. This is another queen whom I loved her aesthetic. Very edgy, very punchy, and also very dark. It's giving Diabetes. I'm so sorry for comparing it again, but it's just giving like that punk rock energy. And her name itself is also very chaotic and also very edgy and very punk rock. It is Discord. Also Adams, which is from Adam's Family, I believe. Her style, her branding is very on point. Also in her interviews, she is very like cool, and I really love that about Discord. Her entrance look is also very nice. Since the first 10 minutes of episode 1 was released, her entrance look was amazing. It was mixed patterns. It was like different colors, and it had like maybe a chain, that spiky thingy. On to the next one, Jane Don't, who is the sister of Irene the Alien and Bosco, who are both very talented queens who really showed up in their All-Stars run. I'm so excited for Jane Don't just with that fact because I know that she will bring the personality, the drama, with the looks that she presented in the interviews and the Meet the Queens. I believe that she is very fun also, and her style is also very unique, very campy. She is also very funny. In the first look of the first episode, in the confessionals, she also seems very talented. Next on our list is Juicy Love Dion, the daughter of one of my favorite queens, as I said, Morphine. And Juicy is a very distinct and very recognizable character. Again, I'm comparing queens, I'm so sorry, but that is the vibe that she is giving off. Very gorgeous, very Lydia B. Collins. The energy that she exudes, because Ru loves younger queens who flip and dip and are very skinny. In terms of lip syncing, she seems like a very good performer. I've watched her videos online. I want to believe that she also has that dynamic and powerful energy performance of Morphine. Morphine is a great performer because she connects with the audience, and she is very charismatic in terms of presenting her dance moves and all the things that she does. So I am hopeful, and I am excited to see if Juicy can live up to her mother, her expectation of her. And to echo what Bob said in Sibling Rivalry, she said that Juicy gives off that energy that she will always be in the bottom, and she will send a lot of girls packing, and then she will one day end up in the bottom with her mother, Athena, and Athena will send her off, defeating her in a song that is very mellow, not that performance heavy, that dancey, and unfortunately, I can see that. But I want her to prove us wrong and that she does well in the comedy challenges and whatnot. So yeah, Juicy, I'm so excited to see you as well. And next on our list is Kenya Pleaser, who is the favorite queen of my favorite queens, Money Exchange, Bob the Drag Queen, Corey King. They mentioned her as their favorite since they are also queens, so I adore very much. She also goes higher up in my list of my favorites because, of course, Bob, Monet, and Corey said that she is their favorite, and that also kind of influences my opinion about her. But if I have to disregard that, Kenya Pleaser is also very likable because of her personality. In her interviews, she's very dynamic. She always has a quip. She always jokes. She always has a punchline. Even in the serious interview questions, she makes it fun, but also she exudes that kindness about her, a beautiful heart. And her looks are also good. Kenya is a very promising contender, I believe. She is giving off that vibe that she will be the confessionals queen with all of her very intelligent remarks. So Kenya, I'm excited to see you. Next on our list is our Filipina queen. Of course, I am from the Philippines. We have here in the Philippines the saying, "Wow, Philippines!" That is usually a critique to us whenever we see Filipinos representing abroad or internationally. We cannot help it if we see a representation of us because we Filipinos are usually presented in a negative light. So to see positive representation of us makes us very happy. Yeah, that is too much of an intro for Mandy Mango. Her mother is a pageant queen here in the Philippines, a beauty queen in our terms. I am excited to see her because she is also very fun. In her interviews, she always answers with that very bright energy. It comes off very natural. She is not very scripted. The other queens say, Didi Fuego specifically said that she has one of the worst looks that she's seen in the show. And that makes me very curious. But Mandy always answers against that. She says that her runways are good. So I am also excited to see that. And I really want to see a Filipino queen other than Manila Luzon to go further in the competition. And I really manifest that Mandy is the answer to that. But based on the interviews and the other queens, I am not so sure about that. But I am very hopeful and I am hoping that Mandy proves me wrong. The next on our list is Mia Star. She is a favorite of mine, maybe because she was in the music video of my main pop girl, Camila Cabello. She was in the Havana music video, the one who danced with her, the one with the mustache. I believe she is also a professional dancer. She was a background dancer for Jennifer Lopez, Britney Spears, and she is also best friends with Athena Love Dion, being the aunt of Morphine and also maybe the aunt of Juicy since Athena doesn't want to be called her grandmother. They are kind of family tree there, so I'm excited how that relationship can play off on screen and with each other. So Mia Star, I'm so excited to see you perform. The next queen on our list is Mikey Meeks. So Mikey is actually a queen who I dubbed as one of my favorites this season. Maybe top 3 or maybe top 2 because Mikey is a Broadway queen and I've always loved Broadway queens. I love Plasma, I love Jan, I love Marsha, and of course Jinx Monsoon. And Mikey just gives off that same energy. And also, I believe that her look in the Meet the Queens is the best out of all of them. So that just gives me that energy that I am looking for. Mikey just gives off that energy that I want from a queen, that very Broadway-esque theater vibe. And she is also very playful. I've seen in the interviews that she has a very dry humor. So Mikey Meeks, I'm excited to see you too. Next on our list, second to the last, is Nini Coco, who is a queen who I am also very excited for. She said that all of her looks she made, she seems very talented in the Meet the Queens, in the interviews, and also in the first 10 minutes of episode 1. All of those were very polished, very high fashion, and also very whimsical. I'm excited to see that because I love queens who know their style and who are very great seamstress. Also, her out of drag, she is very pretty out of drag. And she is also a mechanical engineer, her daytime job. So I am excited to see how she will incorporate that in the competition. And also, I forgot to say that Jane Doan is also a lawyer and Mandy Mango is also a nurse. So yeah, a lot of very credentialed queens we have on the show. And her vibe actually gives off that very polished, very professional, whom RuPaul will also critique to be very perfect. And that is a flaw for RuPaul. If you are very perfect, RuPaul will need for you to have that vulnerability. RuPaul always searches for that vulnerability to be relatable. Last on our list, maybe also one of my favorite queens this season. I'm so excited to see her because she has that very queenly energy, very regal aura, also very kind and very like motherly figure, and that is Vita Von Teese. And I can predict and I can see that she will be in the top 4 of this season. Mark my words, she will be. The queens even voted her as the most congenial out of all of them, and I didn't expect that because aside from having that winner energy, that regal aura, she is also very kind to the other queens and very sisterly. And also in the group interview with Joey Nolfi in Entertainment Weekly, she teared up saying that she really loved being with the other girls and that the other girls saved her, giving off that energy who is very like very winner material and also very kind and very like vulnerable. As I said earlier, I really believe she really has a very great potential to be the winner of this season. And yeah, I'm so excited to see that. And that was the last in our list. And just to give you my overall thoughts with this cast, I really loved each and every one of them. I loved them in the interviews. I loved them interacting with each other. And they seem very close. This is one of the seasons, this is very rare, that I think that the girls are very close with each other. They all seem to love each other. Even the villain, Briar Blush, seems to be very close with each and every one of them. And as I said earlier, Vita even cried saying that the other girls saved her and that maybe that was the reason that she was cast in the season even though she thought that she wasn't ready. So I am excited to see that dynamic of the girls. And yeah, this cast just exudes positive energy, talent, and drama. So wow, I'm so excited for season 18. And yeah, I guess that concludes my video. I'm so sorry if this is so long, but I've been meaning to create a video like this for so long, as I said, and I want to create more. I want to create that video of my updated list of favorite queens of all time. And yeah, let's watch season 18 together. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Deuces! Oops.